5 things you missed in Offset and Cardi B's new song, Cloud. Just when you thought Cardi B and Offset couldn't even get more over the top, they decided to release a music video for their song, Cloud. And they go so over the top, it's literally not safe for work. But you might not realize all the implications of the song. So allow me to break it down for you in this video, 5 things you missed on Offset and Cardi B's new song, Cloud. Before we start, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 5. NSFW. As if I need to say this again, but I'm gonna say this again. Cardi B and Offset are 2 rappers who aren't afraid to get dirty in both their songs and lyrics, and what they decided to do in their own music videos. And Cloud is no different. While it may start out basic, it does get very suggestive. Not exactly the way that people will always like. So if you're going to listen and watch this, do make sure you're not near a young crowd. They don't need to see some of what happens. I guess the thing is, we should be thankful for that this is at least between 2 people who are married, because if it wasn't, that would be very awkward indeed. Don't you think? Number 4. Yellow and Black. One thing you're going to immediately notice about the video for Cloud is that both Offset and Cardi B truly love the colors, yellow and black. Seriously, if you look at the video, there are very few other colors that are shown throughout it. It's actually a bit jarring at times because of the solid yellow and black backgrounds that are shown. It really makes you wonder just what the symbolism is for. One interpretation is that Offset is trying to make a callback to his wife Cardi B's breakout song, Bodak Yellow. It was this song that put her on the top of charts and in the spotlight in a big way. So by going this route, it could be that he's paying tribute to his wife, which would be very interesting given all the things that have happened between them in recent months, which we'll get to in a bit. Another interpretation is that Offset is using the color yellow to symbolize gold, which would make sense as both he and Cardi B are very rich, and both of them like to spend their money on a variety of things, including fancy outfits, rides, and more, some of which you can actually see in the video, such as when Offset rides around in a 3-wheeler. Either way you look at it, the video is very striking in a visual sense, especially when it comes to Cardi B and Offset being together. Number 3. Together. Easily the most visual thing about this video is the fact that Cardi B and Offset are basically all over each other. Once Cardi B arrives about midway through, now granted, they are married and it's completely fair for them to be clinging onto each other, but if you watch all the things they do, they're basically getting intimate in front of the camera, to the extent that Cardi B basically does a lap dance on Offset while she's singing certain bars. Many are seeing this as a response to various rumors and claims that have been about their relationship since they got married in 2017. In fact, many were shocked when they got married because it was much of a secret ceremony, and they didn't announce it until much later that they indeed got married. Fast forward to 2018 and Cardi B got pregnant with their child Culture, further cementing their relationship. Bad things were to follow, however, as I'm about to get to. But in recent months, they clearly made up, which is meant to be proof of that. If for no other reason than Cardi B doesn't want to do anything that Cardi B doesn't want to do. So if she's all for getting all over her husband on the music video, yeah, you know that was her call. The biggest reason why this video is not safe for work is because the things they do while together are very suggestive, and sometimes not suggestive at all. They just do it. Because if Cardi B and Offset are one thing, they're over the top, and they embrace that side of themselves. Which is actually why one of the biggest stories of the last 6 months or so have been about a very serious breakup that they had. Number 2. The breakup. It's very ironic that Cloud is focused on showing Offset and Cardi B together, because up until February of 2019, many people felt that Cardi B and Offset weren't a couple, or at the very least were working out some serious issues. But where did these issues start? Well, you just have to go back to when they were a couple, and see the events that went from there. At first, they were happy together, and eventually got married in secret, and not long after had a baby girl. Everything seemed very happy and prosperous. Then Cardi B went on Instagram and posted this. So everybody been bugging me and everything, and you know, I've been trying to work things out with my baby father for a hot minute now, she said. And we're really good friends, and you know, we're really good business partners, and you know, he's always someone that I run to, talk to, and we got a lot of love for each other. But things just haven't been working out between us for a long time, she added. Cardi went on to say, and it's nobody's fault. It's just like we grew out of love, but we're not together anymore. I don't know, it might take time to get a divorce, and I'm going to always have a lot of love for him. He's my daughter's father. And yeah, while something felt funny about this, there was one thing no one could deny, that there was an apparent separation. There was one thing no one could deny. There was a cause for the apparent separation. Offset had been accused of having an affair, and a tape showed up proving this fact. What's more, there have been other tapes that have been confirmed to be real and feature Offset in more compromising positions. This is why many Cardi fans were actually asking her to leave him, but she wouldn't. And the imagery right up until the video announcement of the separation seemed to indicate that they were fine and having a good life together, yet apparently one day it was all done. And thus that Instagram video. There were many who were skeptical of this, including some diehard Cardi B followers who felt this was a publicity stunt. And given that Offset wasn't saying otherwise, realized people decided to believe it. Then a few weeks later, after this video, Offset showed up at a concert of hers, somehow got on stage with not only a working microphone, but with a float asking her to come back to him. Which doesn't make any sense, because if it was her concert, he wouldn't have been allowed backstage. And she was clearly shocked to see him. Plus, how the hell does he get a float on stage without anyone else knowing about it beforehand? Heck, even about getting into the building without being noticed. While these questions and more were building, both Cardi B and Offset continued to say that they were only apart, including Offset wishing for her to return to him. "I only got one birthday wish. That's to get my wife back, Cardi." He said it in a video clip. "We're going through a lot of things right now, a lot of things in the media. I want to apologize to you, Cardi. You know I embarrassed you. I made you look crazy, doing things I ain't have no business. I was partaking in an activity that I shouldn't have been taking, and I apologize. Breaking your heart, breaking our promise, breaking God's promise, and being a selfish, messed up husband. I'm trying to be a better person. I want to get this off my shoulders. I want to get this off my back. I apologize to you, Cardi. I love you." Whether it was real or not was still up for debate, but there was a cause on both sides to believe both angles. And then, mere days after saying they would see each other for the holidays, both Cardi B and Offset were caught on camera by TMZ on a jet ski together in Puerto Rico. You could say this is a very eye-opening move, especially when they weren't seeing each other. The worst part, though, is when Cardi B was questioned about the incident, she said she was just with him to sleep with him, which makes no sense in many ways. But we'll move on. The illusion, thankfully, came crashing down at the 2019 Grammys when the two walked the red carpet together, and Cardi B even thanked Offset during an acceptance speech for an award. So, how did they get back together? According to Offset, it was all about therapy. "You gotta go through steps and different things so we can grow," said the rapper on The Breakfast Club on February 27th. Look, marriage counseling looked cooler. Not on TV, though. Real behind the scenes, getting to know each other, getting to know who you're with, and appreciate them all the way around. We're working through it. Gotta work, don't stop. We're young, man. People are still figuring out what exactly this was, a stunt, a bad joke, or something entirely different. No one really knows. But it's clearly, because of Cloud, this whole thing is over, and we should be grateful for that. Number 1, Cloud. Now, heading back to the song, one thing that needs to be noted as one of the purposes of the piece itself. It's not just meant to show off the reunification of Cardi B and Offset. It's also meant to show off the rather sad way that certain people in the rap industry, and just plain celebrities in general, will just go all out to get clout. That's why the main chorus of the song is, "Do anything for clout. Anything. They do anything for clout. Anything." And it goes and repeats several times with different ad-libs. So yeah, that's basically the chorus. And while it's ironic this is coming from two of the most over-the-top singers in the rap world today, they do have a point. Rappers and celebrities often go incredible lengths to get power and influence in the industry. That may in turn make them powerful in certain ways, but also grinds the gears of others who have been scraping and clawing in order to get the same level of respect as them. But this also feeds into the stigma that a certain celebrity thinks that they're better than others, and thus they will use clout in order to blackball someone for another reason or another. It doesn't really matter. It's really just a shameful practice, but it's sadly one that happens to this day. And this is what both Offset and Cardi B are condemning. They didn't get married for clout. They didn't make music to get clout. Both of them actually came up from not so good situations and had to fight to become something more, which despite their antics makes them rather an inspirational couple of people. Offset is part of Migos, a rap group, but the other two members aren't his friends, but rather his family members, which makes their group more personal and inclusive. It was together that they made their rap hits and eventually got clout. As for Cardi B, she was once a stripper and decided to battle out that position so she could do what she felt she wanted to do, make music. She grew in popularity on Instagram and then made it to a VH1 show, Love and Hip Hop New York. It was there that her music career started, and once Bodak Yellow came out, the rest was history. So as they themselves have proved, you don't need to do trickery or buggery or cheap antics in order to get clout. You can do it the right way and end up in a very good position if you're willing to do the time and effort that is. Sadly, many aren't willing to do that, and that's what makes it all the more tragic. So there you have it, the breakdown for Cardi B and Offset's clout video and song, as well as their very interesting last 6 months. So what do you think of the video and the song? Do you feel like this is something of a fresh start for them? Or was their relationship a hoax? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time on Flex Offenders.